Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down.
Coming through.
Just going to turn this down so I can hear myself better. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to watch the chat from down below, and hopefully I can play this game. I don't know how well this is going to work. We're going to play Adventure, because that's going to be more interesting to watch in my opinion. I really do like DuckStation. DuckStation is a wonderful emulator. It recently started getting a lot of traction because, well, it's been finished more recently. So let me go through these real quick so I can remember which ones I liked to use the most, and I'm probably just going to end up using Crash because Crash and Cortex are the most balanced. These different ones, these different characters are better suited for different play styles. Yeah, but balanced is typically the best way to go, unless your play style is a little bit more focused. So anyway, we're just gonna go with Crash just to keep this simple. Candy Bones is not here right now because I have to get him set up. So until we can do that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just pretend this is Candy. Or when Candy does get around to playing this, he can take over and I can say it's him. And then he can razz me for it. So here we go. So we're going to play this and we're going to see what happens. Nobody is in the chat yet. Hopefully there's enough going on the screen to make people want to come.
Adventure Arena. You can travel around this area
and you can take a big fat dump. Okay.
Stop
it. I already know, and most of the people who are watching this probably already know. Ooh. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Now, why do I not have... Why do I not have... Alright, let me see something real quick. I do not have DualShock enabled, apparently. So let me check DuckStation real quick and see if I can't do that. It's not like anybody's watching me anyway. So me troubleshooting right now is not jarring, because no one cares. Okay, controller. Controller type. Analog controller. Yes. Force analog mode on reset. Okay. Alright, there's no section to save it, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to restart the emulation. Alright, we're going to restart the emulation. Hopefully it reads that I'm using a DualShock. Although I'm not using a DualShock, I'm using an Xbox controller, but still it should register it as a DualShock. That's how a lot of these things tend to work. So anyways, we're just going to go ahead and zip through here, and hopefully I will have my analog control. Yes, we all know. I'm hitting buttons. See, I had no problem using DuckStation when I filmed the,
Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
Okay, there it goes. I don't remember having to hit so many buttons to pass that. So, I did the episode on Ape Escape, and I had no problem out the gate using this controller. So I don't know why CTR is having a slight issue when it comes to detecting what type of controller I'm using. because it immediately treated it like a DualShock. The analog sticks worked perfect. Okay, so here the analog sticks are absolutely working. Okay. So now I know if a game does not detect that I'm using a DualShock emulation compatible controller, then it'll work. Alright, so now I should have that. I do hope somebody watches and tells me how my audio is. I do hope I get to hear from somebody here soon. Yes, 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 we know, we don't care.
Welcome to the Adventure
Arena. I know, I'm well aware. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Yeah, now we're cooking. Although, it'd probably be probably more interesting if I wasn't running into walls. Alright, let's go. Going to Crash Cove. We're gonna do some things with our lives. Not really. Up. I didn't get it on time. That's hunky-dory. Doesn't matter. Alright, everybody, so... Alright, so in case you weren't aware, Crash Team Racing is all about power sliding, getting big air, and trying to get as much boost as possible. Get as much boost as possible, then, you know, it helps. Also, using traps strategically to mess with the other opponent. It's basically cutthroat Mario Kart. Everyone likes to say that this game is a rip-off of Mario Kart. No, Mario Kart is like your kindergarten teacher's racing game. This one is your high school gym teacher's racing game. It's like, heh, come on, boy, you best get to it. My commentary's not great, I'm rusty. Alright. I do love Duck Station and how smooth it plays. Duck Station plays very, very nicely. Oh, go away! Alright. Do. Final lap. Yep, it's picking up this controller just fine. I highly recommend these Power A Xbox controllers. They are the best bang for the buck when it comes to a controller to use with emulators. I've been very pleased with the results I've had with this thing. It was like, what, they were like 20 bucks a piece. I bought 2 of them so that I could do 2-player stuff on here. I haven't done very much of that for filming yet, but I do intend to do that more often in the future, when possible. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do this, methinks. And still no one's watching, but I am talking, so I'm pretty decent on my trying to keep it interesting, though nobody's here. And from what I can tell on here, the stream does not look bad. I'm looking down at my phone and it looks just fine. My gameplay is fine. And this is a fairly late release on the PlayStation 1.
Congratulations.
This was,
A trophy.
Alright. Don't care. Go away.
The more Wumpa fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go.
Yes, we know. Please go away. Alright. Woo! Alright. Now I forget what I was saying, because Aku decided to interrupt me. Alright. How do I reverse? Oop. Okay. So how do I reverse? I thought it was... Oh. No! Flying fish on a broomstick! Why am I... I'm not trying to go that direction. Okay. Alright, alright. Turn. Oh, I'm having an issue with my... Okay, I actually am kind of slightly having an issue with my controller, because its responsiveness is a little wank. Wank? Sorry. A little wonk. That's a different thing. But in terms of British slang, you might actually say it's about to say. Okay, here we go. But I do like how nice and neat everything looks on DuckStation. Like, it looks so pure, really. Like, it looks the way it looks very close to the way it probably did on the old monitors that they used to develop these games on. How crisp everything looks. Although the way the well, the 3D models are like rendered very cleanly. So there is that. It looks more like Nintendo 64 almost with the polygons, but I do appreciate this, the way it looks. I like this emulator a lot. This is what I'm going to be using for all of my PlayStation 1 streams and captures, and whenever I want to play PS1. It's better than using the Beetle Core on what is it? Ah, man. It's better than using the Beetle Core on RetroArch. Although I really did enjoy using the Beetle Core on RetroArch. Not the best, and I probably shouldn't have spent that missile. There we go. That's how you spend your missiles. You wait till somebody's ahead of you, and it'll usually always hit them. You want to be evil, you put one of those green vials on a turbocharger. Or whatever, turbo pad, whatever it's called. But yeah, you want to put, that's why this is like Cutthroat Mario Kart. See that? You can be evil. Almost lost it by a smidge. The tiniest of smidges. Well, hey, Eddie. So, I'm only using my my webcam's audio. So, tell me how I sound and how the audio mixes between me and the game. If you would. Yeah, man, it does look more like Nintendo 64 with no textured filtering. You can't hear the game at all. Alright, well, let me turn it up. It's low, but I can turn it up.
If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
Alright. That should be better. I just want to make sure that I am particularly louder than the game. So, how's that sound, Eddie? Ah, you wank. Alright. Okay, here we go. Oh man, this game is stupid fun. I grew up borrowing this game from friends. I never had a copy until I was like 21, I think, and I bought it at Vintage Stock. One of my favorite games ever. My cursor was in the way there. Kind of broke your immersion a little bit. By the way, this stuff ain't bad. It tastes better than the actual soda. Still didn't get the boost because I'm being beef stew. Now, usually I'm not going to be the one on camera. Usually it's going to be Candy Bones, but, you know, he's such a diva. He needs to have so many things that need to be just so. Ah, there we go. Need to be just so before he can get on the live stream, so we don't exactly have it set up yet. Hopefully we will soon. but we're still going to be doing some more test streams before we launch this officially with proper graphics and all this stuff. Although, what my stream looks like right now, as far as like the layout, the format, how the show is going to work, we're pretty well situated on the way we want to do it. So I think we are pretty well set. So what kind of tall boy you drinking? Oh, nice! I just got a couple of those. What are they? Are those 40s? I think they're 40s. No, they're not 40 ounce, but I think they're 20 ounce, something like that. Yeah, I'm drinking the Baja Blast one right now myself. It's pretty good. Oh, I just narrowly dodged that fireball. Good grief. We're in Bowser's Castle down here. Woo! I do love this game. It's stupid fun. But I'm glad it runs so well while I'm streaming, because that bodes very well for future streams that involve PlayStation. Not tomorrow night, but on Friday night, because tonight is Monday. I'm going to be doing this Mondays and Fridays. So, come Friday, I'm going to be doing, what am I using? I'm using DuckStation. I'm using DuckStation to emulate the PlayStation. It's a newer one, and it comes highly recommended. It's the best one right now, I think. It takes what the Beetle cores were doing through RetroArch and just makes it so much better. Like, PCSX1, sorry, is pretty much old hat now. I mean, using the Beetle core with RetroArch was the way to go until DuckStation went alpha. So, at least I'm pretty sure it's alpha. It's a perfectly stable software now. It's out of testing phases. I mean, they're still developing on it, but I mean, there's a proper open source release for it now, and this is what most people are using to emulate the PlayStation, and that's what we want to use. So anyway, on Friday, I'm going to be probably playing Final Fantasy 1 from the Pixel Remaster.
You win a trophy.
Just so we can test the 16:9 aspect ratio settings.
You can get a hang time turbo.
It pretty much just looks like this. I just arranged the screens a little bit different, but I just want to make sure I can test that. Kind of effectively stress test this desktop a little bit. I can't go here
this
yet.
Boss Garage.
Yes, I knew. I am aware. I just drove here too soon. Okay. I'm trying to go this way. This is why I have bad insurance. Okay. So, who am I missing? Oh, there we go. The sewer level. Oh, very cool. I think I played a little bit of the Walking Dead game, a little bit of the Telltale Walking Dead game when it was free on Xbox Live, I think. I don't even remember if I still have that downloaded. I didn't get very far. I thought it was interesting, but I was never a huge fan of Walking Dead. I just thought I'd give it a try because I'm a fan of what Telltale Games likes to do. I'm a fan of their sort of theory on game design, the way they try to do things. I like that. Although I haven't really delved into very many of their games. Eventually I would like to play the Sam & Max games. I want to play the Homestar Runner game. I would actually like to try The Wolf Among Us. I don't know anything about the comic books, but I've heard nothing but good things about The Wolf Among Us. That looks really fun. So maybe I'll give those games a try sometime. Those would probably be a lot of fun to try to play on here. That's funny that you're playing a game you hate just for the trophies. I don't play games that I like for the trophies. I have the remake of CTR on PS4. I'm not playing that for the trophies, and I love that game. I love the Final Fantasy games, and I'm not playing them for the trophies. But, so that's kind of amusing. But, any way you can enjoy a game is a way to enjoy a game, so there's that. Fuck. Now the whole thing is power sliding and, well, drifting really. It's called a power slide, but really it's drifting. I believe you're supposed to hit circle when you're in the green. We'll look at the chat after I win. Because the last few seconds in this game can really decide. Yeah, see, I'm already starting to fall behind here. Alright, come on, go away. Go away! Go away! No! Go away! No! No! Go away! There we go. Just in time. Okay. What's up? Working on any collections? Yeah, actually I have. Full collection. Full PlayStation Vita collection. Now is a very good time to collect for the PlayStation Vita because pretty soon I imagine those prices are going to start going up. I'm not going for anything complete, but I have definitely added to my PlayStation collection, and I've also been collecting for the DS, 3DS, and PSP lately. So those have definitely been my consoles of choice as of late as far as collecting goes, for sure. I would like to get back to NES and Sega Genesis at some point, but for right now, the sweet spot for me has just been trying to get stuff on the PlayStation that I wanted growing up, but I never had, or collecting ones that I wanted new ones for, and this dude needs to shut his ass up. But yeah. Oh yeah, paper boxed games, they're important, but I'm not a big fan. Like, I got a couple of, no, I think I only have the one. Yeah, I think I only have the one. I've got one paper box Genesis game, and I want to replace it. I want to replace it with a BitBox and just kind of keep the paper box as its independent collectible. See, I hit the button. I hit the button to jump, and I still got hit. I dislike this. I dislike the situation. Oh man. See, he puts those TNT boxes right ahead of it. Oh, flying fish on a bicycle. Oh, there we go. See it? He left that time. See, sometimes I breeze through this boss race with no problem. Sometimes it gives me nothing but problems. There we go. Hit him. So I have a fighting chance now. So as long as you can get him behind you, makes it a lot harder for him to catch up, but that's kind of logic. Now, his algorithm doesn't really follow that, so yeah, see, you already got ahead of me. Come on. Go away, go away. You're supposed to jump a bunch. If you jump a bunch, it makes that, it makes the TNT boxes fall off, but sometimes it just isn't working. Like, there's a certain rhythm to it. Usually I can do it every single time, but lately... There we go. Just in time. Oh no! Almost had it just in time. I'm the chosen next in line to all mankind. This is a bad reference of a Children of Bodom song. Although I love Children of Bodom. That was such a good album too. Are You Dead Yet? That's one of my favorite albums, period. I would have actually started this a little bit sooner, but I was busy rocking out to the title track of that album as I got home from work. But I did win! I did win all that bullshitting, and I did win. All that bullshitting, I did win. Okay. Yes, wave. I don't care. Okay, now we're into the next section, which is effectively level Warp Room 2, whatever. Aku Aku wants to give me a tutorial, but I've already heard it because I've played this a million times. Go away! And this is where you save your game. I always thought this was neat.
This is the load save screen.
Thank you for telling me what I already knew. So you drive up, and it gives you this on a screen. This is reminiscent of what they did in Crash 3. So here you go, Candy. I'm giving you a save, making you some progress in case you ever decide you want to come back to this game. You may or may not ever play this again. I don't know. This is going to be your channel. I'm just helping you set it up. He can't hear me anyway, so I can say anything I want. Okay, I'm trying to remember where I'm supposed to go. Alright, see, those opened up for you to... Really? See, those opened up so that you can... So that you can go back and get, like, the gems and the coins and all that. Okay. Alright, I am literally... not accomplishing anything right now. And for some reason, despite having played this a billion times, I'm getting lost. Come on. Yes, I know.
You must first collect the required...
You must first shut your mouth before I bust it. Alright, let me check something. Options. Okay, never mind. That doesn't tell me anything. I'm trying to remember what button I'm supposed to hit to make the boost happen. Why can I not remember what I'm doing? I'm gonna see something real quick. Hang time.
You can get a hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the turbo.
That's not the one I want. Okay, so they didn't even tell me. So So they didn't even tell me what I need to know for that yet. That's right, this is the way I'm supposed to go. Alright, here we go. Because I'm hitting the button, and it's supposed to give me a boost, but I'm apparently not hitting the right button, because I keep thinking that it's supposed to be circle. Evidently, it's not circle that I'm supposed to hit. Or it's not registering the button press. I don't remember. I do have the manual, I could go look it up, but that requires standing up. So, Fetty, if you're still watching, if you could do me the flavor and let those you think who are interested know, or just comment on the links. Let people know on Facebook that I'm doing this. Maybe a couple more people might tune in to watch. The more people I can get to watch and give feedback, the better, because I want to make sure that when I start doing this when I start, marketing the stream, I want it to have a best foot forward sort of situation happening. Although it will be better because Candy Bones will be doing this instead of just me, and he's a lot funnier than I am. He is the funniest thing I ever came up with, so hopefully his ass will make me some money. That's what this whole thing is about, but I mean, I've got no delusions that I'm gonna get anywhere overnight with this. So, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you could, like, go on my profile and, like, comment on my statuses and just kind of bump it. Because the more comments something gets, the more likely somebody will see it. That's kind of how everything is. That's how the algorithm works on literally every social media, everything. The more people comment or react to something, the more likely somebody's going to see it. And the more people see it, the more people will continue to see it. It's one of those things you can't get views until you have views. So, flying fish on a bicycle, going to France. See, I was actually in first place. And I got cocky, I was distracting myself. I was doing bullshit and solving mysteries. And I lost. We're gonna retry that one and hopefully not screw it up. The tracks do appropriately get more challenging. This was a late release on the PlayStation 1. The PS2 was practically right around the corner. There's a lot of people who didn't bother with this one, and there was also a lot of people who did. This is a very noteworthy release on the PlayStation, one of my favorites. I played it with a lot of people, raced with a lot of people, battled with a lot of people. This was kind of my go-to game if I didn't know what I wanted to play, either alone or with somebody, or if I just wanted to chill out. Because it's very easy to pick up and play. Challenging to master. I still don't know all the secrets. You'll never see me use all the secret passages because I genuinely don't know. Because that's just not how I really play games. I've never been so curious, and I've mostly just play it to play it. I don't try to master it or learn all the ins and outs of every little thing having to do with the game. I just play it. Because that's how my patience is. That's one of the things I like about RPGs. You can take your time. I've always loved the hills in this little spot right here. Oh, I'm in first. I've always loved the hills in this map because you get so much hang time. It is so much fun. Woo! It's so satisfying hitting the jump button at the right time, right off the top of these ramps. Ugh. Should have this in the bag. Yep. Unless somebody gets cute and comes up right behind me, there we go. Yes, turn-based RPGs. Tactical or just tactical or just typical turn-based? I don't even have proper streaming gear. This is a gaming laptop that I probably shouldn't be doing this with.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
I'm definitely a make-do type of person.
You can go faster through turns by power sliding.
There we go.
To access the power slide, press and hold the R1 button while turning hard.
Well, see, I already knew that, but you didn't tell me how to make the boost.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to...
Alright. Let me turn around. Alright. Follow the map. Coco Park is a fun one. This was usually a go-to whenever we wanted like a single race. Okie dokie. Yeah, because you've got these huge, wide lanes. And it's a very simple track overall, so it's got accessibility, but you can do some neat things on it because there's so much space. Ah, missed the turbo slider. That. Okay. Yeah, I've been on a huge Final Fantasy kick lately myself. So, there's definitely going to be a lot of RPGs on here. I'm debating on whether I want to focus on an RPG until I finish it, or if I want to do those on certain days, or if I want to just do one for a certain month, like kind of like how I did Chrono Trigger for a month. I do want to get back to Chrono Trigger at some point, although I basically have to restart because I lost those saves.
Here you go.
We'll see what happens. So what I'm probably going to do is on Monday, I think I might do the RPGs, call that the Monday grind. And on Fridays, FPS Friday. Oh, nice. I have not played any of the. I haven't played any of the Dragon Quest games except for the original. I do want to give the. I do want to give the newest ones a try, though. They look amazing. And I'd probably love them. I'm such a huge shill for Square. For real. I do need to get back to Kingdom Hearts, though. Right now playing Dream Drop Distance. It's stupid amounts of fun, although I won't be able to play any of the Kingdom Hearts games on stream until I either get a capture card or I get it on PC. It's probably more likely that I'm gonna, to get a capture card because I don't want to do anything that's gonna be difficult for this thing to play and stream at the same time. Really? He's right ahead of me. There. It's like literally I'm trying to bowl at point blank range and I'm still losing it. Alright, here we go. Difficult thing is trying to keep talking and attempt at being funny while I'm busy and all I'm doing is stuttering. That's why Candy Bones would be better at this. Okay. Alright, I'm in first place. I just gotta hold my position. Kinda wish I got that. Oh, you flying duck! Duckman! On Duck Station! I don't like you. You see what it just did to me? I'm in friggin'... Oh, now I'm in second place. Oh, it threw me all the way back to fourth place. Oh, no! Oh, yes! Yes! Just ever so slightly. Ever so, like, that last second. That's the thing about this game. It's like, the last couple seconds can decide a race. Good grief. I'm not great at racing games, and I'm not even that great at kart racers, but this one, I'm okay. I'm okay. The remake, I'm not very okay at the remake. I failed at it so many times. I remember playing it at launch, playing it online. I got creamed.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black. Then press the L1 button.
L1. It's the L1 button. Ha ha ha! That's what I was missing. Because I kept thinking, for some reason, I kept thinking that I was supposed to hit the circle button. Like hold the X button, or A in this case. Hold this down for gas, and then you'd like rock your thumb over to the circle, and it would do it. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason that's what I was thinking did it. But no, I was hitting the wrong button the whole time. Maybe it was like another game that did something similar. Now, growing up, I hated this level because of these tight turns. These turns are so friggin' tight. Well, I'm not gonna lie, there are things that I like that are tight. Turns are not one of them. Now see, if Candy Bones was listening, then he'd probably say, hey, that was actually almost a decent joke. Maybe a little TMI, but it was almost a decent joke. But here's the thing, I can make expressions. He can't make expressions, he's just a skull. He's still funnier than me. And slightly better at games. Somehow. Go figure that one. Ah! Maybe he's just more confident. Maybe that's what makes him better at certain things than me. It's his confidence. I second guess myself too much. He doesn't do anything. He's so based. The based Chad Candy Bones. See, I usually never come up here. No! You're gonna... I knew he was gonna hit me. I knew he was gonna hit me and set me back. I mean, I could still probably win.
Too bad.
Like, I figured out how to get the turbo boost from the power slides. I almost said slarmy. What is slarmy? It's like I tried to say slimy and smarmy at the same time. Slarmy. I wonder if that's a bad word in some language I shouldn't know. Come on. Give me that sweet, sweet boost action. Oh, I might not need to hit the boost. I'm coming so close. Yeah, I did it. I don't know what this was, but there you go. It's free. Okay. So my vision is to do this for anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, and during the last 30 minutes or so it would be just on camera, kind of a Q&A, just chat session. And I'd take a break before that.
To get around a tight turn or to face a direction quickly, use the brake slide by pressing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's doing that. That's the brake slide. I did it very sloppily, but that's how it was. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see pictures of that snake. Okay. Okay. Alright, my phone just fell down. Unfortunately, I'm gonna need to pause. I hate having to pause, but I shifted in my seat slightly. And that made my phone fall down. Oh. And there goes my mouse. Where did it... Okay, my mouse fell down. Now where's my mouse? Okay, literally it fell down. It didn't fall, it wasn't tossed. Goramit. Okay, well now's as good as any to test this little thing out. Eddie, tell me if this loop's okay or if it's annoying. The mouse. The hell? And we're back. Okay. Alright, so we gotta continue the thing now. Okay. I found the mouse. It was between the seat and the nightstand or whatever it is I keep between me and my roommate's chairs. Because it's what I put my my internet router, mail, and most of my controllers, like all my wireless controllers I keep right here because they're right by the chair. I need a new chair. This nightstand's holding up. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I paid, what, maybe 20 bucks for it at HAL. It's held up. Almost all of my... That's a little life hack for you. Get all your furniture from thrift stores. That way you can afford to order pizza.
Too bad.
I mean, I imagine there might be a stream here or there that is going to be me and not Candy Bones. But I mean, for the most part, this is the late night stream with Candy Bones. So it's going to be late at night, as I said, because it's going to be right after I get home from work, like it was tonight, and it's going to be 2 to 3 hours.
Trophy's mine! Here comes Tiny!
I don't know how to reverse with Crash. Reversing with Crash is difficult for some reason, and I don't know why that's difficult for me. Oh, I need to come up with some other euphemisms, because I don't want to use the same 4-letter words over and over. It gets old. Because I'm not James Rolfe. I can't get away with it. Now that is pathetic. Now let's try that again and not mess it up. Not messing things up is definitely my MO tonight. I don't remember. Yeah, it might be that GIF you were mentioning. It might be. I don't remember if it was from one of the Silly Symphonies or not. It probably was. I just remember I used it. Because all of the animations that I'm using for the stream were also ones that I used for my lyric videos, for my Brain Made Me Do It. Also those beats that were in the intro and in the, as well as the intermission, those are also from my Brain Made Me Do It. I am using my original music at least. At least I'm in first. One more lap. Ah, it's not doing it. There we go. You gotta do it at the right time. There's a certain rhythm to it. I mean, people who've practiced this game enough. Oh, you fart sniffer. If you practice it enough, you can get the rhythm down to where you can hit the slide boost, and you can pretty much do the slide boost all the way through the map and win, like, very, very quickly. So there's like a... No! I lost! Ah! 2 losses in a row. I gotta get better than that. Okay.
Bandicoot power!
What I'll probably do is I may go back into Streamlabs and make my chat text bigger. Like increase the font size is all. So we'll see. I think that's about the only thing I really want to change right now, so aside from getting Candy on the show, which is all in due time, I'm going to be looking for some equipment to make that possible tomorrow. What I really want is a green screen, that way I can have him in here and I don't have to crop him into a box. I could literally just have him, you know, just green screened in the corner, like how a lot of streamers do. They green screen from their torso and up while they're sitting down, because they attach like the green screen to their chair. You know, so I could kind of do that with Candy if I get us green screen, and that would just make it a lot easier. Also, I've always wanted to get him a green screen anyway. He's been bugging me. So we'll find out everything in time. I just need to really be hustling on my stuff. And this is the third or fourth time. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do this till we win. I say we. And this game never gets old for me. Felt that way when I was like 13, and I feel that way now. When did this come out? This came out when I was like 12? Was it 12? Yeah, I think so. Well, actually, I might have been 10 or 11. Now I think about it, when this came out. It's like I remember I always borrowed it from people. Or played it over their house, because I never owned one. So I definitely remember I was 21 when I bought my first own copy of this. And I was so happy. And then when they announced there was going to be a remake from the ground up like they did with the Insane trilogy, I about lost my mind. And my roommate was such a sweetheart, he bought it for me. I was so touched. I enjoyed the crap out of that. I'd eventually like to have that on PC. I have Spyro Reignited on PC. I don't have any of the Crash games on PC though. Not yet. I'm doing much better this round, thankfully. Good grief. Maybe it's because I'm more focused, or maybe because I'm more confident, or maybe I'm more fed up. Maybe it's a combination of all those things. But you can't argue with results. Thing is, Cortex is right up on me. Man, this Cortex fella, he's gonna make me say some bad words. No. Yes! Thank you! I'm gunning for you, Cortex! Okay.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu want in action to lay Boom down big, and Boom Papu is world's best driver. Papu moves so fast, you munch drags.
Now, Papu was the very first boss in the original Crash Bandicoot. So it is kind of amusing they make him the second boss for this instead of the first. But Ripperoo was the first boss in the second game. So, I never liked Papu's portrait in this game because that doesn't even look like him. Like, I keep thinking that his chin is some sort of a mouth and that it's like some sort of smiling clown-looking thing. It's like, I thought he even looked like Papu, but now that I'm like not playing this on a TV and it's like I'm sitting right on top of the screen basically. Makes it easier to see it. And this one's going to require a little bit more concentration. So yeah, I am starting to get my chops up for making commentary and playing a game at the same time. I was trying to avoid that. I'm getting my chops up for doing this while I do it, because it's been so long since I've done it, and it's also been so long since I've filmed anything. So that's another reason why I'm doing these streams. When Games Happens is on another indefinite hiatus for a great number of reasons, mostly music related. But if I do these streams, that gets more of a chance for more Candy Bones to happen, and people like candies, so I'm not going to deprive them of Candy Bones any more than I should have to. Yeah, see? Once you get the rhythm down, you can almost do the power slide thing indefinitely. Oh no! It didn't turn when I wanted it to! I held the joystick and it didn't do it! Ah! Turn, my goodness. My goodness, not my goodness, my goodness. I spelled it with a U. My goodness, my goodness.
I will win.
This is my James Rolfe impression. And right about then, probably when Candy would say something like, "Oh yeah, you know you'll never be successful as he is." And I'm not even trying to be, I just want to make something out of my interests. It's easier to do now than ever, but you know, if I could at least blow up all these vials, you know what? There's no way I'm going to be able to catch up to him, so what we're going to do is we're going to restart the race. It'll make it a lot easier. I will definitely look into that, Eddie, thanks. I'll definitely look into it after I get the stream ready for its proper launch. Ah! Get buttoned up against everything. Why is it not? What? It's like it's not registering. It's like it's not registering this right now. I don't know why it's being like that. It's being like it's being. I always remember Papu was a very difficult boss. Why is it not turning when I tell it to turn? Gosh darn it. You eat flapjacks with your bare hands. Or were you raised in a barn? We are civilized here. We don't get syrup all over our hands. Like a bunch of Neanderthals. Like rubbing their hands against trees, getting sap on them and junk. Don't ask me where that came from. Stuff that's come up to the top of my head. I'm like a bad freestyle rapper. There is somewhat of a trick to this one, and I can't remember what it was. But I always have problems with this boss. Every single time. Well, I hit him at least. But he can very, very quickly catch up. That's what he's doing right now. And he's irritating me. I am displeased with him. I'm displeased with this boss. And I am driving so hard. I am driving like if this was not a video game controller and I was actually driving this go-kart, I'd be white knuckling this wheel. Oh, like seriously, the controller is actually fighting against me on these turns for some reason. Like, it's literally the controller. It's slight and it's difficult to explain, but yeah, the controller's actually messing with me on these turns. Why'd it give me a useless power-up? Alright, I can win this, 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 and I won this! That was not so terrible. It was terrible until I made it slightly less terrible. It's just perforated. You get it? Terrible. Ah, shut up. Yeah, look at Papu standing there in defeat. Yeah, eat it. Eat it! I mean, it looks like you'll eat it anyway. Although I really can't talk.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for be so small. Here is key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
Him not as big, but him much more lumpy. You'd think I'd remember him saying something like that. But I don't remember him saying something like that. It makes me a little uncomfortable. Anyway. So that's the main takeaway from this whole thing. If you don't take anything away from this whole seminar, know that Oxide is lumpy. Alright. Alright, this is the first snow level, right? Yep, Blizzard Bluff. This one can be hit or miss, depending on who you're playing this with, or what the difficulty feels like. This one can be challenging. I had a lot of friends that did not like this level. I always liked it. There's a lot of people that did not like this level at all. Someone got right behind me. Don't you hate it when that happens? People coming all up right up behind you like, hey, what are you doing? We don't do that around here. I really think that selling my New Jersey accent will definitely help with my content creation. I mean, it worked for JonTron. That's mostly all he had. That and some editing skills. I don't remember whether he was from New Jersey or not. I'm pretty sure he was originally before he moved to Cali. Which is where he is now, I'm pretty sure. It'd be hilarious if I at some point got big enough to do a collab with JonTron. I think that mess would be hilarious, but he's too cool to play video games anymore on his channel. Now he just talks about just random bullshit all the time. And it's less funny. Yet he makes money doing it. He posts like maybe 2 videos a year. They're not very funny, and they're about uninteresting topics. But that's his life. That's his job. That's his 9 to 5. He's got a team of people. He owns an entertainment company, or at least runs one, and someone else kind of half runs it for him. But I mean, he started the same way I did. He just edited his videos better than me. And he did it a lot earlier. Had I not given up on YouTube years ago, I'd probably be just as big, maybe. Instead of just as fat, except maybe fatter.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Alright. Making sure there's not another tutorial message. I'm pretty sure we're done. But I like how I beat that on the first try. On to the next one, Dragon Mines. This one can be a fun one. This one can be a fun one. All right. All right, come on. Ah! Get around a turn. Okay. It's so satisfying whenever you get up to a good speed. You can keep it going. What are you doing? Now see, that was literally the controller. That was not me. I don't know what it... I think it calculated a dead zone poorly or something. I don't know. But now it was literally just not going where I told it to go. Thankfully, that's minimal, and it's not super often that, I mean, most of the time when I'm playing PlayStation, I'm most likely going to be playing RPGs, so that's not going to really affect me too much if that becomes a thing. So I really hope that doesn't become an issue with Vagrant Story, because Vagrant Story is hard enough. Vagrant Story is like Final Fantasy Tactics plus Dark Souls. Before Dark Souls was even a thing. And no, don't ask, I will not be playing Dark Souls or Elden Ring, because I don't want to make this laptop do that. Plus, no one I'm bad at games anyway. Who wants to see me fail at a Souls game for 2 hours? It'll get old after the first 5 minutes, promise. Watch me fail at this? Well, lately I've been doing a lot more winning than failing. And, except in this case, I did do some failing. I absolutely adore the Souls games, but I won't dare play them. Alright, come on. The whole trick is sliding on all the turns. Ah, no! See, it's doing it again! It's doing it again! Gosh darn it!
Too bad.
It's doing it... For some reason, when I have the joystick in a certain position, it wants to, like, become unresponsive. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, we're gonna restart this race because it's all sorts of jacked up. I keep trying. If I really enjoy the game, like, I might get real frustrated and aggravated, but I'll keep going. See? I'm turning. And it's not gory, I'm turning half the time. Really? It missed? I threw the missile and it missed? Why? Why, Gus? Why? I gotta restart it because now they're way too far ahead of me. Yeah! Try this again. Stupid issue with the... It's always about right here, too. That's the messed up part. It's usually right in that one spot in the map where the controller decides, no, I'm just not going to respond to the tilt of your controller. Which is a real problem when, like, most of this game is about tilting and then jumping. You tilt, you jump, you hit the boost button, and then you win. That's the whole point of the game.
One for the road. Here you go.
I meant to drive through those Wampa fruits. You don't need the Wampa fruits to win, but they sure help. Because they do make you drive faster. Also, they make your power-ups or weapons better. Oh, go ram it. Go ram it with a rabbit. I mean, I'm not doing too terrible. I could still win. I just need to stay focused and be gentle with this joystick, apparently. Well, missed it. Missed my chance for more fruit. But I got the boost. I just gotta... And I had to run right into the post. Right into the post. Right into the post! Fart! It's a 4-letter F word that I can say as many times as I want. Fart, 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 fart. Fart. Mother farter. I'm always like a toss-up on this stage. Like, I usually do okay, but every once in a while I have days like this where it just takes me a while to get. I mean, it's not like this game is even that difficult. Everybody else who grew up playing this game would probably be looking at me like, how are you not past this by now? But I'd be like, well, how come you're on your second divorce, Elizabeth? And no, it's not a slight at anybody. I don't know anybody named Elizabeth who's my age who went to these places. I just pulled the name out of my ass. It was a fart! Perfect timing to laugh, Coco. Gosh darn it. I just try to keep the streams at least moderately clean because I want that accessibility, but definitely this is not intended for kids. Then again, kids would not be interested in half the games I play, so kids wouldn't be into any of the games I play. If it's not Genshin Impact or Fortnite, they're not. Most kids don't care, but or Minecraft, no kids care. But I don't care. I play the old stuff. I play the stuff I still like to play that I used to play growing up. That's my whole shtick. Retro gamers unite. These games are still relevant. And we're not that old. Even if we have receding hairlines. My Widow's Peak makes me look like Vegeta. No! Literally on the last lap. It did that thing where it won't let me turn when I'm holding the tilt. It did it again on that one moment. I probably could have won if it moved. Okay, so I did say this is an 18+ stream. So, oh, I think I did that in case I wanted to do horror games, or yeah, I did it so I could play M-rated games that weren't Halo, even though I do want to play Halo at some point. M-rated games, and on the off chance I did start swearing a whole bunch. But we'll see what happens. It just depends on what type of people actually start watching it. So, or maybe if I tried really hard to be more accessible in that regard, maybe more people would watch it. The broader your audience, the more chance people will watch it. So we'll see what happens.
Take that.
I'm positioned at third. Round 3, very possible I could win, provided something stupid doesn't happen. I can.
Here you go.
Here I'm saying I can work with this, and I'm getting my ass kicked. Fourth now. If I was still in third, I'd be a little bit more optimistic. Still failed. Still failed. We're gonna try again. I don't know how many tries this makes. It's an embarrassing amount of tries. So, As for the cartoon clips, I got those all from archive.org. I think I got those other GIFs, like the ones that are in the background of this stream right now. I think those I got from Giphy or something. I'm trying to remember. I was looking up video clips and like GIFs and stuff that I could use in my lyric videos for when I was promoting Make for Miracles. So I figured for the time being, I just kind of reuse those assets and use that for the streams. I am doing much better on this run. I'm feeling a lot better about it. Provided nothing stupid happens like the controller wants to be dumb on me. I should be in not awful shape right now. If it would give me some better Goram power-ups. I always hated the bombs. The bombs were the worst power-ups, because I could never aim them right. They were better in battle mode. In battle mode, they're actually decent if you can line it, because you can usually line them up okay in battle mode. Fart! And I think that's a good note to transition into the Facecam only segment. So that is what we will do. So I am going to take a real quick break and be right back and just hang out for a bit. Yeah, I forgot to turn my mic back on. The thing is what I want to be able to do is I want... come on, would you... Oh, now it's not even doing it. There we go. Now what I want to be able to do is... There you go. What I want to be able to do is be able to shut the... I want the mic to automatically shut off. So let me see what this is. Properties. Default. Okay. I'm going to switch it because I think it's using my laptop's built-in microphone. I'm going to see if it's different if I select the webcam. Okay, so I just selected the webcam microphone. Do I sound any bit different? Okay, yeah, that's what I meant to do before. I need to leave that like that. But it would just be better if, like, the mic would just automatically turn off and on depending on where I was at, what I had selected. But I'm not 100% sure how to do that. I'm sure that's a thing. But yeah, so I know the microphone on the webcam's better. I am going to get a decent headset that's going to make this better at some point. Oh, your face. I love her face, love her heart, I squish her. Would like to have her during the hangouts more often, maybe. I'll try to, because during the intermission I can turn it off. I mean, I could probably move the camera, I could move Candy Bones over and yeah, and situate it to where you could see her. So people would appreciate that. Let's see. I really do appreciate really do appreciate you watching, Eddie. It's been a help. So hope I can get more people to watch, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not closing the stream just yet. I just wanted to express my thanks. So, oh, fudge. Oh, so soft. Soft cat. Although you're getting a better view of my laptop than you are of the cat. Well, let me see, because like I can move this camera around any way I want, because it doesn't need to stay static in one position. It's not like I got the framing just so or whatever, so I can do whatever I want with it. That is the one good thing about this setup. Oh, so soft. Pinch your cheeks. That's what I do. Pinch your cheeks. What? Did I stop? Was she not mad? Well, she is the type of cat that will get mad if you stop. See if I can make her mad. Just give me the look. Because I don't want to make her too mad, because then she'll meow and run away. I think she's just so thankful that I'm home. She gets real sad while I'm at work. Oh, big purr. Oh, purr, purr, purr. Yes. Face. Yeah, that's an unflattering view. That's better. It's like, oh yeah, you can see my boxers. Little thigh shot there for you. Do you have one or two cats, Eddie? I can't remember. I thought there was two of them. Or was it the one and you have 2 dogs? I don't remember. That is such a you thing to do, to name one of your cats Princess Kevin. That's great. That's like one of the best cat names I've ever heard. Tilt this down a little bit. Oh, face. Let's get up here, babe. Now she wants to rub her face against my tray table and my leg. That's what she wants to do. I want to get a better shot of her and a better shot of me at the same time, but it's not really working. And also at this angle, I literally look like a potato. I lose this gut. And see that receding hairline? Gosh. That is a lot of aminals. How do you keep up with them all? Three snakes. 3 snabbers. Are they all in their own habitats, or do you keep them together? Or do you have like 2 in one and one by himself? Wow. I mean, that's a lot of equipment if they all have their own habitat, because, I mean, that's their own individual heat lamps, it's their own individual humidity and temperature monitors. That's their own bedding, that's their own hidey spot, it's their own water bowl. If I were to have multiple reptiles, I'd try to keep them together, or at least with if I had multiple lizards or multiple snakes, I'd try to get 2 of them that can get along, and I'd keep them together. That's what I want to do. I really want a chameleon one day. I really do want a chameleon. I've always wanted one because I always thought they were like the coolest thing. And they were always kind of like my favorite household lizard to have, next to probably a Komodo dragon. Beardeds are cool too, but because bearded dragons are basically the cats of the reptile kingdom, because they basically behave the same as cats. They just chill out all the time. But I always thought chameleons were really cool because they look really cool. 2, the flexibility, the things they can do are entertaining. So I would love to have a chameleon one day, or a Colombian red-tailed boa, because my dad had 3 Colombian red-tailed boas at one time. He didn't have all 3 for very long, but I mean, for the longest time he had the 2. Yeah, for the longest time he had the 2. Then he procured the 3rd. I believe one of them died, and he got rid of the other 2. I don't remember if he sold them or what, but yeah. Yeah, crested geckos are a sought after pet for as far as lizards are concerned, for sure. I remember thinking they were really cool too. See, that's not a terrible angle. You can see my collection of classic consoles over there, which it only shows the 2, but I've also got that Metal Storm. That Metal Storm repackaging, not remake, but like reprint, reissue. Reissue is more of a music term. Wow. Is this somebody that you know? Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, 2 stories. 2 stories. What is it? Like a mini zoo, or? Oh, he's a breeder. Okay, that makes sense. That's probably he probably supplies a lot of pet stores. He breeds. 5 to. Man, you gotta have a staff. You gotta have staff for something like that. Man, if I look close to that area, I'd probably ask him. It's like, how much you pay? It's like, how much you gonna pay me to feed some snappers? Because I could feed me some snappers and some lizards. I could dig that. That wouldn't be a terrible job. I'd rather be feeding puppies and kittens, but I mean, lizards and snakes can be cute as hell too. For real. I had a baby bearded dragon, and it destroyed me. Like, I was so traumatized when that poor thing died. And it wasn't my fault either, which made me even more mad. It's like, this was outside of my control. I did everything that I was told to do, and it still died. I'm so mad. Yeah, feeding the snakes is definitely more of a yeah, feeding snakes is a real. It's not like feeding other animals for sure. My dad always fed his boas live. It was a sight. I'd probably be personally against it myself, but at the same time, it does the snake best when the thing moves. Although it is pretty sad that thing's gonna die. Like literally, its last moments are to entertain and appetize the thing that's going to kill it. It's sad. That too, yeah. That is also a thing. I don't remember what one of the. There's a couple of ways to deal with that. I can't remember what those were, but I remember my dad. When he would feed, I think he called him Frankie. A lot of times he would just drop him in, and pretty much usually Frankie would just lunge in and be good. Snake was huge. At least I thought, as far as pets go, Colombian red-tailed boas get pretty big. So. Boas in general, they're known to get very big. Colombian red-tails are probably the smallest boas there are, but that's why you can buy them as pets. My nose keeps itching. I keep itching my nose because freaking allergies. All these little things. Public feeder. I didn't even know that was a thing. What is that? I am learning things on my own stream. And we are killing just the perfect amount of time for this too. Like this whole you're being a guinea pig for this whole format. And so far the timing is going perfectly. Face itches. Face keeps itching. Oh, okay. There's some that reads feeder mice, right? Cool, cool. Makes me wonder, should I move the chat slightly over, I wonder? Right. I believe my dad got his from Petco? It was either Petco or some small place. Some smaller pet store. I remember they also sold snakes there too, but they were like the little ones. What I would like to have, because of all the silly TikToks and Facebook videos, I want a hognose. It's like this little thing. They're so cute. So I want a little hognose. They're like the pugs of snakes. They're adorable. Those are a couple dreams of mine. Super tiny, like smaller than I'm trying to remember what they are, but they look like garter snakes. They're like real little, and then when they're like babies and like they've like just hatched like a couple days ago, and they got these massive eyes. They're like the cutest little things. She's like, friend of mine. Friend of mine has a California King, I think he is. So cute. Very tiny. Size of longer, really? I think those are the ones I might be thinking of too, but they do get bigger, right? Like they hatch the size of large worms, but like they get much bigger than that after a while. Really? You're gonna have to send me some links later. That is like that sounds amusing. It's like I did not know that there was a toy breed of snakes. The Chihuahuas of snakes. That sounds amazing. And they're better because they won't bark. I do like Chihuahuas though. I don't hate Chihuahuas. I just hate people who don't know how to raise dogs. Because Chihuahuas can be just absolutely beautiful and absolutely loving little dogs. The only reason why they turn out to be little shits is because motherfuckers don't know how to fucking raise their dogs. There you go. You get some F-bombs at the very end because I'm talking about Chihuahuas. That's the appropriate time to use the PG-13 F-bomb. Although I use more than the PG-13 would allow. Alright, I might as well pull up this video anyway. It's so tiny. I'm still connected via Bluetooth. Oh my gosh, they little. These snakes is little. Wow. Yeah, you're right. They are the size of a large worms. That is amazing. I'd be afraid I'd hurt them. I'd rather them be bigger than that, but they are hella cute. They really are. I wasn't wrong. Like these are seriously like the Chihuahuas of snakes. Okay, I don't remember a whole bunch of them there too. They don't look too happy. It's like, y'all, leave me alone. Y'all humans wild. Y'all picking us up and putting a camera in our face. Just leave us alone. Aww. Those eyes, though, they're so cute. They're so small. They're such small snappers. And those are full grown? This is 1 week later. Oh, they don't get any bigger. Okay. Wow. They're so small. Such small snappers. I guess they like only eat insects because they're not big enough to eat literally anything else. So, well, that was adorable. So I'm thankful for that. They eat worms. Okay. Wow. So I'm just imagining them eating worms and those worms being like pretty much the same size. That's amazing. That's amazing. Allergies going crazy because of this weather. Jeez. All these storms have been rolling in, and humidity goes up and it messes with everything else. The atmosphere is like trying to make my whole face become a massive mucus factory, as well as everyone else who has seasonal allergies. Thankfully, Allegra is available over the counter. So, not much time left on the stream, but we'll go ahead and ride out the last 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna run the little closing deal, and that'll be how we do it. That way I can have a proper thing. Animated emotes can be disabled in settings, but I don't want to disable those things. What do I think of Kingdom Hearts 4? Wow, you don't care. I did see the trailer, and I am hyped, but I also didn't grow up with it. I only got into Kingdom Hearts around the start of the pandemic. So, I am actually... I know 3 disappointed so many people. And Melody of Memories disappointed so many people. So half the people think that they are super, super excited for 4. And the other half is like they couldn't care. I've seen more people be excited for 4 than not. I loved what I saw in that trailer. I loved what I saw in that trailer. I am so hyped. And they aged Sora up even more, so he's got to be at least, he's got to be no younger than 19. I'm pretty sure he's probably got to be at least 20 or something. But yeah, aged up Sora. Oh, man. I want to play Forspoken 2. I have that on my wish list on Epic. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it or not. I'm going to double check, see when that comes out. I may actually get the PS4 version if there's going to be a PS4 version, because I bought Stranger of Paradise. I bought the edition. I bought the $90 edition, and my laptop can't run it. I was really upset. So, but I do really want to play Forspoken because it's made by most of the same team that made 15. That makes sense, so I gotta close the stream anyway. Thank you so much for helping and hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you again on future streams. I'm glad you thought so. Hopefully next streams will be better, and Candy Bones will be here, and it'll be a good time. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up like we're Clownfish TV or some shit.